Can hormonal changes affect the growth of a brain tumour? This question doesn't have a simple yes or no answer. And even the medical professionals are acknowledging that the research is unclear. In this reel, I am going to show you what the neurologist said to me over a telephone conversation. This is where she explains to me that some meningiomas have things called feeder cells, and they thrive on pregnancy hormones like estrogen and progesterone, which is exactly what my meningioma does. If any of these hormones increase, then your tumour has the potential to grow. On the other hand, during menopause, hormone levels naturally decline, which could potentially reduce the tumour's fuel source. This raises really important concerns for people like me considering hormone replacement therapy. If you have a completely receptive meningioma and your menopause symptoms are really severe, my neurologist said that it is basically okay to have HRT and it's considered safe. However, if your tumour is actively growing and your menopausal symptoms are manageable, apparently it might be better to avoid HRT. The available research on this topic is so limited and there's no clear-cut answer. And this is what makes personal experiences and individual circumstances more important. I discovered I had a brain tumour through my pregnancy that I had in 2005. And I've always avoided hormone-related treatments. I was so fortunate enough to conceive again in 2015 when I was told I could never and should never have children of my own. And I gave birth to Ruby in 2016. But at that time, my tumour remained stable because of the radiotherapy, the second lot I'd had. As you would have seen if you've been following my journey, my tumour since 2020 has started to grow again, albeit slowly. And I strongly believe it's linked to perimenopause. From my perspective, I wouldn't even consider taking HRT because I know my body and how it reacts, especially the fact that there is hormones being pumped into it. Even if it's putting it on a level, it's still putting it back into my body. So I'm really cautious that it could potentially increase the growth of my tumour, which is what I think it's doing already. This video includes an actual recording of my neurologist explaining the connection between hormones and meningiomas. I want to share this information again because anyone facing similar decisions can make their own informed choices. If you've been diagnosed with a hormone-receptive brain tumour and you're considering taking HRT, it's really essential that you weigh the risks and benefits for your own individual health. Every person's journey is different, and clearly medical research in this area is still evolving and they know very little, which is very concerning. I'm perimenopausal. I've been tested and it's positive. Could that be affecting the tumour? I started that when I gave birth to Ruby after my surgery and radio.
There is lots of evidence that some meningiomas have got feeder cells that thrive on pregnancy hormones. So when you get a boost of progesterone or estrogen, then a meningioma can grow. In the menopause, your hormones are reducing, less hormones that would potentially feed the meningioma. If you were to start on HRT, you're shoving those hormones up and the jury's out. You're only putting your hormones to the level of that they should be at. I would say if you've got a completely resected meningioma and your symptoms of menopause are horrible, probably take the HRT. If you've got a growing meningioma that should be resected and your symptoms of the menopause are not that bad, then maybe hold off. A lot of the research about it is a bit rubbish and a bit unclear, and they come to different conclusions. I think it's generally considered safe for a meningioma. It's a risk assessment of weighing up your symptoms of the menopause or your symptoms from the meningioma and what size it is. You know, if it's completely resected back, I would say definitely if you need the HRT, take the HRT.
Did you know that brain tumours could be affected by hormone changes? Have you had experiences with HRT and brain tumours, specifically meningiomas? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start an open conversation about how we can help make the best health decisions based on both medical advice, and that's what it is, and our own experiences. Thank you so much for the question.